After growing up in the Institute in Basic Life Principles, IBLP, some of Michelle and Jim Bob's 19 children have spoken out against Bill Gothard's teachings. Jinger is among their adult kids who have publicly rejected many of the IBLP's fundamentalist Christian beliefs. And recently, Jinger Duggar offered blunt insight into her family's reaction to her 2023 memoir. In January 2023, Jinger, the sixth-born Duggar sibling, released a memoir titled Becoming Free Indeed: My Story of Disentangling Faith from Fear. The book shared her experience having been raised in the IBLP, and she condemned many of its ultra-conservative principles. As Jinger prepares to publish another memoir, People Pleaser, breaking free from the burden of imaginary expectations, she dished on how family members took her first book. Jinger Duggar confessed that some of her family's reactions to her memoir were unkind. Yes, there were critics. Yes, there were people who were saying very harsh things. Jinger told People in an interview published on January 9. There were loved ones that would say things that were very unkind. It was not easy, she continued. But at the end of the day, I realized it was the best decision. It was the best thing that I could have done, to love these people by sharing truth. Previously, a source close to the Duggars claimed her parents were embarrassed by it. In February 2023, a source close to the Duggars reportedly spoke with Radar Online about Michelle and Jim Bob's reaction to her memoir. The unnamed source claimed they were embarrassed by Jinger's book. Neither Jim Bob nor Michelle has publicly spoken about the 2023 memoir. At least 3 other Duggar sisters have left the IBLP too. Among the shocking revelations in Becoming Free Indeed, Jinger shared that her sister, Jessa Duggar, also left the IBLP. Jessa later confirmed this in an Instagram Q and added that she and her husband then do not follow the teachings. Meanwhile, Joanna Duggar's husband, Austin Forsyth, shared in a YouTube video that they were never part of the IBLP as a couple. And then there's Jill Duggar. Jill Duggar wrote her own memoir speaking out against the religion in which she was raised. In September 2023, Jill released a memoir of her own titled Counting the Cost. She and her husband, Derek Dillard, also appeared in the limited docuseries Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets. In both, Jill spoke out about the harmful teachings of Gothard and how she no longer follows them. Jinger's new book drops on January 14. During her January 9 sit-down with People, Jinger spoke about how writing her first book was freeing for her. The more that I'm thinking clearly through the why behind I want to speak truth, I need to stand up for the vulnerable, she said. My people-pleasing before would never have allowed me to do that. I would have been silent. In her second memoir, the former Counting On star will open up more about how people-pleasing hurt her and how she has learned to work past it. People Pleaser releases on January 14. Jinger Duggar Volo, known for her role on 19 Kids and Counting On, has grown into a voice of her own, boldly sharing her personal journey in her memoir, Becoming Free Indeed. The book provides an unfiltered look at her upbringing in the ultra-conservative Duggar family, the challenges of questioning long-held beliefs, and her path toward a more personal faith. While her candor has been praised by many, Jinger recently opened up about the difficult and complex reactions her family had to her revelation. Jinger admitted that writing the memoir was both liberating and agonizing. She knew it would likely stir tension within her family, given the book's candid exploration of their shared life and the religious teachings of Bill Gothard, which heavily influenced their upbringing. Jinger's journey of stepping away from those teachings, while still holding on to her faith, was a deeply personal transformation. But her honesty about the restrictive aspects of their lifestyle has not been without consequence. According to Jinger, some family members have been supportive, appreciating her desire to share her truth and live authentically. However, others have expressed disappointment or hurt, feeling that the book exposes too much or misrepresents their experiences. Jinger shared that these reactions, while anticipated, were still painful to navigate. "It's hard when people you love feel misunderstood or upset by what you've shared," Jinger confessed. "But I wrote this book not to hurt anyone, but to tell my story and help others who may feel trapped by fear-based teachings." Despite the mixed reactions, Jinger remains committed to fostering open dialogue and maintaining relationships with her family. She emphasizes that the memoir is not a rejection of her loved ones, but rather a reflection of her personal growth and desire to inspire others. Her journey highlights the delicate balance of honoring one's truth while navigating the complexities of familial bonds. Jinger's blunt confession about her family's reactions underscores the courage it takes to step into the light of authenticity, even when it means facing discomfort. Ultimately, Jinger's story is not just about breaking away, but about finding peace and freedom while still holding on to love. A reminder that even in the most challenging conversations, grace and understanding can prevail.